Hello everyone, and welcome to another talk and video here. So we're gonna talk a little more on Nuage by Django Reinhardt, and played around with the backing track a little bit. So I'm gonna start out with playing a little bit on that improvisation. Topic of today is chromatic tones. All right, so let's begin here. I'm just going to take a few choruses on it. All right, so working at putting a few of those kind of chromatic lines into that solo there, and so we'll talk a little bit about all that. So as we did earlier in the month with this tune, Nuage, want to keep the awareness of the chord tones. And that can really help us make some of these chromatic tones available to us. So let's talk about one of the things that I think I've talked about this a little bit this month as well, and probably several times before that. But so when it comes to let's say predominant type chords, so let's take the B minor. Good start is to connect between the root and the seventh of the chord. And then on the dominant chord, kind of same thing. Okay. So that's a really good start. And then we could always do other ones, which we'll talk about too. And then when it comes to, so those are predominant and dominant. And then, so we have sort of a series of those. So we'll go over these as well. So we have something that we could do there. Okay, same thing, kind of connecting that root and the flat 7. So also with this D7 flat 9. Okay, so we could do that sort of thing as well, putting a chromatic tone in between the root and the flat 7. So when it comes to chords that we're, let's say, landing on, or we'll call them tonic chords, tonic major, tonic minor type chords. It's G. We have a note we can place, let's say, in between the 5th of that chord and the 6th of that chord. And so that is the flat 6 sitting in the middle. So all these are basically bebop type scales. So we have all that, and then we can do the same kind of things for these other chords. So let's say we get to the E minor. Okay, so that tonic minor. Play that. Okay, so you could relate that, and the sort of interesting thing about it is, so you could think of this as melodic minor with just chromatic tone in between the 5th and the 6th. Of course, we got to also use the minor scale and connect that one in the same way. So. All right. So moving those. So that would probably be kind of one of the first stepping stones on this, or first thing to maybe even consider when thinking about the chromatic tones. But we'll talk about other types of approaches and things as well. All right, so let's play a little bit more and try to work in some of that as well. Okay, so utilizing some of those concepts, but also adding some other things in. So one nice tone to go for on, let's say the G is to maybe play a little bit with the minor and major, and maybe move into it from below, or maybe slide to it. So that's kind of a fun thing to do as well. Also encircling tones. So let's say you feel like you're gonna land on a certain note of a chord. Let's take that same example. So you're gonna land on that. So you might go above and below the note chromatically. So you're taking a half step above and a half step below. So that's a nice way of sort of emphasizing and targeting and making it clear that you're trying to give some importance to a certain note. All right. So so again, coming down to awareness of chord tones and thinking about what are there in the chord and what are not so much. And then when you play these things, it's also important. So if you play say we're on this will play. So let's say we're on E minor. Play this here. Say we're playing an E minor. Get that to sustain. Foot pedals are really going crazy here. Here we go. So if you land on that tone, it's gonna be really kind of sour sounding. So you can say, okay, well maybe play maybe play on the 9, start on the 9 rather than the flat third, and then play. That way you're getting a tone on the end of the beat, which might be hard to perceive just listening to this. But so if we think 1 and 2, or even 2 and 3, and then using that as a passing tone, whether something comes on the beat or on the end of the beat, it's going to be important to what we end up playing and all that. So, right. All right, so we'll do a little more playing. I'll kind of slow it down. So try to listen a bit for some notes that I'm gonna do my best to deliberately play some kind of chromatic passages. Okay, now a couple other things I'm just sort of thinking about as we're going through here is I'm playing notes. So a bebop scale contains 8 notes, basically a given like 7-note scale plus another note, and then and they could have 10-note scales as well. So let's take again some of the examples of let's say G. Okay, so we might fit these notes in. Okay, so we have a note that's coming in between the root and the 9, and then the 9 and the 3rd, between the 5th and the 6, 7, and the root there. Okay, so another way to, there are a lot of ways to sort of think about these kinds of things, but you could also take a G pentatonic scale, kind of fill in some of those spaces. And then just kind of explore it over a chord, maybe loop a chord, and kind of very important to play a lot of these things in the context of a harmony of some kind. All right. Well, I think get one more solo here, and then so just try to listen for some of the techniques that we're talking about. I change up sound just a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm not sure if I've been muting my microphone or not. Hopefully I have. So chromatic tones and a little bit of some concepts and things to think about in that way. So thanks again for checking this out. Again, this is a podcast available anywhere you receive those, and also as a video on YouTube, YouTube.com/fretprints, and so this is part of the member area there. So check that out if you haven't already. All right. Well, thanks again. I hope you have a great practice session. I'll see you in the next one.